Hey, Texan Rockers. As promised, we're going to hop in for a special Christmas episode of the podcast and do an original poem called the Herodian. Just a little bit of context. If you visit the Holy Land, like the land of Israel, the town where the historical Jesus was actually born, like the city of David, it really is just a little shepherd's village in its time and in its place. Not a lot of people at all, like a few hundred people, and it sits really low geographically. And if you're in the town of Bethlehem, right, and you would look up on the horizon towards the like higher part of the country, towards the Shephelah, you can see kind of this monstrous like fortress built by Herod as part of an escape route. Herod the Great was famous for being paranoid that someone else was going to take over his power or his kingdom. It makes it into the gospel account in Matthew of like Herod trying to kill all of the baby Hebrew children born in the city of Bethlehem, paralleling the Pharaoh, right, in the story of the Exodus. Like, it's the same story. The authors are just putting the motif to work in different ways. So Herod acts like, who's supposed to be the Jewish king, right, acts like the Pharaoh that tried to kill all of the Jews in their history, right? So he built himself this monstrous fortress called the Herodian as part of maybe 3 or 4 fortresses to escape the country if rebellion against his empire ever became too strong, like he could get out of Dodge. And so this poem is about a humble Jesus being born in obscurity and relative poverty right underneath the nose of the empire's one of the empire's greatest symbols of power, this posh palace built up as a stronghold, but also as a great display of opulence and wealth. Okay, I'm not going to explain it any more than that. I'm just going to like dive into it, and it'll like hit you how it hits you. If you want to read it like slow, you can head to texandrock.com and check out the website. If you're listening to the podcast right now and you want to see me do it live, not that it's that impressive, but it'll be on our YouTube channel. You can search Text and Rock on YouTube, or I will leave the link to our YouTube channel in the show notes just for funsies today. Okay, here we go. This poem is called Herodian. I'm going to try to do it in one take. The stories about Jesus' birth are the original rage against the machine. Under the nose of the Herodian and beneath the boot of the Roman military, the story writer ironically hums bulls on parade while informing Theophilus that the powers and the economy were now upside down, that the weak were in fact strong, and that there was a new freedom song. There was no Macy's Day parade, and nor should there be. No one hid an elf on a shelf, because no parent deserves a 6-year sentence. Holiday sales did not lie about pickups and blood diamonds in the name of Jesus. Jesus Christ was born to give good news to the poor, that they mattered so much to their Maker, to heal the brokenhearted from loss, lost loved ones, lost dreams, lost hope for change, to deliver those of you who are captive to alcohol or drugs or memories of abuse. Yes, they hurt you and stole your joy, and yes, you are so very valuable. Both things are true. To recover sight for those of us who have grown blind to the fact that a far better house of the world is possible, and to set the oppressed free from the officer's knee, or the reservation depression, or dad in jail over the holidays, or retirement may not be possible, or no one likes me at school, or life happened to me, not for me, or your child's falling behind, or too much month for bills, or all the anxiety won't let you sleep. I wonder, can you see the whole thing over again? A story about angels in the starry sky announcing that the point was peace on earth between God and humans and other humans. And so, pursue peace on earth as fast as you can by making friends who are not like you, by doing things you would by rights never do, to create the world that is waiting to be born, like a baby under the uncaring eye of an empire that's choking us all out daily of any imagination that anything different could ever happen. I say a better world is possible, even inevitable, and nothing is brighter than a baby with no cynicism, never been jaded or burned, only knowing the love of a parent and that warmth is good. And as far as the child knows, the future goes on forever. Be good to each other, Texan Rockers.